Hey, everybody. Welcome to the world of pain. You and me. Let's go. So problem number one will be apparent immediately in that I am not standing in the middle of the factory right after my little speech. Why is this? This is because I'm a moron and I didn't save the file correctly after the episode like I usually did. Luckily, by grace of autosave, I only lost about 5 minutes, I think. Oh, please be boron. It's not. Oh, the pain comes back. I only lost a few minutes of actual build time, but apparently one of my more shameful moments happens to be what was selected, which is great. I know you're not boron trioxide. I got it. No, you're purified quartz. No, I've been here before. Trust me. I had nightmares about this all night. But, all right, we'll quickly pick ourselves up and get back to where we were before, which was just after lab equipment. That's fine. And then, I swear, I poked around the factory yesterday, and it's like every little thing I looked at was broken. Why am I running away from all my equipment? So we're going to have a fixing episode. And then after that, and after we're done crying, we will then continue with our quest to build the walking wall. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. We were not going to let a little difficulty, which is, masking a lot of difficulty, keep us down. Where'd that thing go? Did I not just put this in my inventory? All right. Okay. Here you go, friends. Put this all on. Okay, good. All right, let's get optical set up and going, and then plug it into laboratory equipment, and then we start on our chores, and then maybe after that, make some progress today. I want to get to Gastrocapacitor today, but I'm kind of wondering if that's really all that possible, given the level of competence I've displayed. What's going on here? Why aren't you going? Huh. All right, now it's going. There's the boron trioxide. All right, so, and now, if I recall, you need to be powered by right there. So this is, it's auto-saved right after the magic moment where I realized everything was broken over here. How? Oh, I remember this. Another magic moment. Okay, caught myself just barely. So there are some advantages to being trapped in a hellish Groundhog Day of living your own mistakes over and over and over again. Is occasionally you remember one of them enough to the point where you can actually do something about it. Oh, there's some terrible things I've found, or rather have been pointed out to me. Oh, there's some problems in this place. And it's just gonna cause me physical pain to look at them. All right, all this is good, right? And I came here for a reason. That reason was vessels. All right, so episode of suffering number, what is this? 400 and some? What have I done here? This was pointed out to me. Why is this always like this? Has it always been like this? Is it... We need more bricks, I think? What is that? What am I looking at? I can't pick it up. Huh. That was a really weird glitch. All right, whatever. That's fine. What am I doing? I'm going over here and I am reinstating the medical pile, which I had to get rid of. Well, not had to, which I got rid of once I didn't save the game properly. Once again, the engineer is the enemy of the factory. All right, so all this looks a little weird. You're one tile off, right? No, that's how it's supposed to be. And this is the one that's all. And it's just, oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Everything, all the time. We can make this work. We can make it work. It's going to be okay. All we have to do is follow in the footsteps of what we have done before. Follow our own pattern. Oh, here's a problem I might as well deal with when it's right now. Here, let's take a look at the list of chores. Flora sorter needs help. And that's because we can't vent the spolinen because we can't add more spolinen because we can't vent more spolinen. Okay, so the recovery mechanism right here works. However, we do have to trash it if it overflows. Why is there biomass on here? Oh. Okay. Okay, so we need to do this. We need output priority to the other side. No, I mean the other side. And then you have to come over here. Thank you for the soda. And then, should this ever happen... Yeah, you guys aren't how it's supposed to be. This is all bad. It's like... No, friends. This is not right. In fact, this is even worse than that. What was I thinking when I did this? Apparently not much. There. That will drain faster, hopefully. Here, get rid of that. Get rid of all that. Alright, so it's now torching the flowers that we resuscitate, but we don't need. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And this will eventually pull on the spolinen line right here, and will allow us to vent spolinen from here, and the cycle will happen. We will eventually clean out everything that is not actually native flora, right? And then eventually we'll get to this problem. Jeez. I'm not sure that this system was set up correctly. I'm not sure about the engineer sometimes. We need better throughput here. See what we can do about that. Do I have a couple boilers on me? Of course I do. And what you guys need is just this, followed by this, and then followed by this. There we go. That goes a lot faster, right? It eats a whole one side of a belt, and maybe a little more. I should definitely try to get bigger stack size. Alright, so this is just destroying waste, and that's fine. See, now this is flowing out. Good. Actually, we want this to be preference, right? Just further on. So this is actually set up incorrectly. But that doesn't work either, because that just puts it on this side of the belt. So I guess we have to continue. The horror continues. But that doesn't work either, because, So, I want this to be on the top side of the belt. So there, that's perfectly, that's going to work out now. I have a lot of questions about what I've just done. See, that doesn't work. Here, let's just use one side of the belt for now. Let's not get fancy. And then this will naturally be used first. And then this will be cleaned second, which is, again, not something we should ever have to worry about. It is just because the system is clogged that we live in this horrible reality. Okay, all right. And that's only until all this works, and then this will continue to be cleaned. Looks like it's always going to take native flora out, so this doesn't work as a buffer at all. I want it to be taking from the first, but it always takes from the last box. All right, we have helped the flora sorter. We have done something. Like, this design just doesn't work for this. Like, the buffer does nothing. It's always going to be full of biomass. Like, just always, until this goes dry. And this shouldn't ever go dry. So this buffer doesn't have any meaning whatsoever. And that's because of how loaders take. I can't even have one of them be preferring biomass because there's so many different boxes. It doesn't work like that. So spoilables just do not work in this format. I suppose that's good to realize eventually. Pity I could not learn faster. All right, so what I'm doing over here, we are getting optical set. You go get me hungry. You go get some optical set. Because we just made it again over here again. All right, great. Just churning them out. There's almost a full whale right there. So you go and you empty that cargo. And then this is the beginning of the medical wing. Now I have to go and fetch some... I gotta go fix this because I remember not doing that last time. Isn't that great? Just fantastic. All right, now we're getting the news. All right, need more whales, and I need to make laboratory equipment. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. So lab equipment is being made right here. And you need optical set. An optical set didn't really exist a second ago. I wonder if I really needed it to do it this way. Because I could have gone 2 snake belts on the outside and 1 on the side. I think like this structure is definitely not needed for this. This structure that I'm doing right here is only really required for the massive amounts of inputs where I'd have to wrangle so many belts. Is this before or after I fixed it? Okay, after. After. Yeah, so this is superior in that case, but that case isn't something that happens all the time. Anyway, stop thinking. Thinking's hard. What are we doing? We're bringing in lab equipment. And so we're going to get, our number is 316. So it is 9,000 divided by 16. 500. Our number is 500. So 5,000 rubber, 2,500 small parts, 1,500 optical set. Let's do that. Whale hungry. And then you want to go get rubber. Rubber. Right there. I want you to load until we have... Oh, I don't have it on my quick bar because... Oh, it's right there. Come here, friend. Rubber, 5,000. 5,000. Then we want rubber to go into mechanical parts, which we still don't have a good maker for. We just have a little trash maker down there, which has been serving us for a very long time. And then optical set, what doesn't exist yet. Right there. Load items until caravan has optical set right there. And then you come here. Circuit condition, unload until target, unload until target, unload until target. Comparator equals go. Optical set, rubber, small parts. 2,500, 5,000, 1,500. There we go. You are now a complete whale. Go. And then does the optical set whale need kicking? Probably not, because we make it so quickly. He's on his way. All right, this will work in a second here. I'm not going to wait for it. I saw it once before. Dinosaur hungry. You come here. No, you. Okay, stop. Stop. You come here. You fill your cargo, and then we put laboratory equipment up there. In the medical wing. Empty that cargo. We're using a dinosaur here because it's a really short paper route. Come here, your friend. All right, good. Now we have to do chores. Before we can move on to primers and on our way to gastrocapacitor, we have to do chores. Because I looked around and just everything was just ruined yesterday. It's like, why is everything broken? Well, we'll fix them. This is what we do. We are fixers. We should not expect the world to behave in a good or rational way. We are put on this planet in order to take things that are broken and make them just a little bit better. Don't overstress yourself and say, I want to make everything perfect. I hate to tell you, but that ain't going to happen. Instead, just try to make it a little better. What we have to make better right now is we need more creosote. I can also snag the bolt dinosaur while I'm right here. I'm pretty sure anyway. Getting distracted. Oh, he's not here. Oh, he's up there. All right, I'll catch him. One of these days, I'll catch him. He has been replaced with a whale, and he will be finding a new job elsewhere in the economy. Don't worry. He's still economically viable. So what we want to do here, right, is this. Only not sucking. Because doing it like this sucks. So you go there. You go there. It's a nice rainbow color, though. Oh, did I do that? Did I put creosote in here? Oh, I really hope that didn't cause a problem. I think that probably caused a problem. All right, there we go. And we're not going to be satisfied with this. We're going to add more. All right, just tie you in. Oh, you need power. How unfortunate for you. All right, there we go. The tar pits be bubbling. And this means probably have to also copy this again, right? Just copy and paste, right? And it should be no problem whatsoever. And you're making ever more coke. Good. I need that. See, isn't it nice to just be able to do that? Just copy paste and you have a world of material. We're probably going to need more than just this dinosaur now. All right. And then down here, why aren't we making creosote? Oh, this is only underflowing in. So how does this place work? Does anyone remember? You're taking anthracene oil, which is apparently needed elsewhere, so don't worry about it. And then here we're making creosote. And apparently we have enough. It's turning off. But I'll add 2 more simply because I'm here. There we go. That should work, right? Except these are hanging ends. Very dangerous. And I don't know if that actually is doing much, right? It's like, where's the bottleneck here? You would think, oh, it's probably filling up. Oh, bottleneck is tar. Or steam, rather. Okay, that's a fixable problem. Where are we getting our steam from? Right there. Oh, it's back in the efficiency module era when I cared. Let's see if that's enough. Alright, so we're making a whole lot of steam now. Hopefully that's... Yeah, it seems to be overflowing now. Yeah, good. Good. Alright, and then a lot of this is now just pitch being crashed out to coke. Oh, it looks like we need still more. Kinda don't want to do this because I want to leave a via. I'll leave a few more, right? Like this. Okay. And so, power? What's power? We don't care about power. Oh, 83 gigawatts. That's nice. Okay, so steam is not an issue here. Steam is not really an issue here, it looks like. Okay, and you make all sorts of these oils. And yeah, this is the cracking step. This is next. So we should look to the south and see lots of creosote being made. And this bubbling properly. Here, let's add more. Because we are here. And because it'll make the screenshot look slightly better. I don't know what's up with this guy. Why it's being weird. Right there, we all connected? All together now? Okay, good. And then you. It's once again not needed whatsoever. But I want to do it for symmetry. Like, what's the one up here I passed over? I have 2 more tar processing units, so I might as well put them down, right? Right here. Like, this thing is completely quiet. Probably waiting for a tank to fill, after which it will spring to life and clog everything, so I better do this now, right? Right there. Right there. And then up here. Alright, one day this will be okay. Maybe we can see creosote. Creosote. Yeah. Okay. That was a little bit of an improvement. And we're also making a ton of coke. And that's going to clog, I bet. Because it's not using a whale. And it's probably using an old style caravan. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, he's even an old style caravan. Can I fit an aerial caravan in here? I think the answer is quite obviously no. But I might be able to slip one on this side. Okay, the answer is kind of no. I could do something like this, which now that I look at it, it's kind of obvious and inevitable, right? Alright, so this cocosaur no longer exists. Bang, 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 bang. Where are you? You're right there. Okay. Come to me, my retired friend. There is no shame in doing a job so well. That's even a white caravan. Wow. It's one of the first things I set up down here, right? No shame in doing a job so well. Bringing such prosperity to the land that others must be brought in to assist. It's probably enough, right? Okay, good. And now you give this job to a whale. You go right here, you fill that cargo, and then you take that up. This is waste coke. Keep that in mind. Waste coke. And so this is coke right here, and so you just dump. We're probably producing a tremendous amount of this, right? Okay. Hopefully the coke problems are now solved. And the job of all this is to make creosote. And when creosote blocks, this whole thing blocks. Okay, that's maybe not the best of all ways to do this. It's okay. All right, we're going to say we're done here. We have to catch the bolt dinosaur now. See if he's down here. It's not look, just go and do. No. Bolt dinosaur, still there. Got it. It's a day of honoring our senior citizens. Those individuals that have provided such great value to the factory that they will be stuffed in my inventory and then remade. So take that. And now we have kind of an issue, right? Not that big of an issue. There we go. Bolt dinosaur, you're retired. Now if I go here, I can upgrade them both. Give them stronger tendons. Okay, coke oven gas is clipped again. What's this? Okay, why is this such a trouble? Why is this just terrible, terrible pain all the time? I think it has to be over with the scale set, right? The optical set? Right about here. Yeah, it's full up, and I was messing with it earlier. Yeah, clipped again. Clipped it again award. All right, there we go. All right, maybe that's also gonna to fix. Increase items on fish belt. Yay! Let's go see what's going on up in Fishland. Oh, way over here. No, even way over here. All right, so I believe my complaint here is we don't have enough materials on this belt, and we weren't going 24/7. Could also be we don't have enough fish food, because that's another problem I have. Here. Let's respect my previous self. And put more on. I seem to remember this being the actual issue. But the actual issue is coming up in a second here. So just everyone stay diamond wire, big, one tile too low. What does that mean? Diamond wire, big, one tile too low. I just baffled by myself. How do I live? How does this even happen? All right, so how would I ever do this without energy drink? My God. Can you imagine just being lazy and not doing this? Diamond. Oh. This is the big shame. Oh. This is the actual real problem I was not wanting to fix today. Because even worse than what I've done is I've compounded. Here we are. We're right here. This is the problem. It's too low. And then I put others off of it. And all these have... I have to fix it. I have to. I have to. All right, logistics off. This is going to be painful. Well, I mean, not that painful. But rewiring all these dinosaurs is going to be a problem. Please go fill cargo. Yeah, that's what I need you to do. Then you just stop. Then this guy, I need you to empty cargo. We have to wait for these guys to arrive. Then I have to catch them very quickly. All right. And then we'll move everything. And then Okay. Are any of you the whales I need? No. They kind of look like flying pickles, don't they? Now you can't unsee it. All right. Where are my whales? You're still coming. You're still coming. Oh my god, they're going to take forever. If I do this right, this won't be that terrible. But it's still embarrassing. I can't look away. I might miss a whale. I need to stop them right now in order to make this actually smooth, this transition, so I don't have to hunt down. Look at all the flying pickles. Look at all the flying pickles around here. Wherever did you get so many flying pickles? Okay, you're almost here. You are not almost here. This is a long flight for these guys. Is that you? Is that you? And you just stop. Just stop. Do nothing. You're almost here. Is that you? Is that you right there? Stop. Do nothing. Okay. Now I can begin. Take all this. Move this north by 1. Oh. Okay. Return the wire. Pick up all that. Move it north by 1. Oh, the shame. And then I did it again. The shame of asymmetry. The shame of ugliness. All right, now we can, because we have all the participants present, we can now actually fix this on the spot. Because I just destroyed all of their caravans. All right, your job. What were you doing? Okay, you're not a part of this. Your job. Okay, you're supposed to fill cargo there. All right, so you fill cargo there now. And then you deliver. Okay, good. Now this guy, you're emptying cargo, but it doesn't exist anymore. So now you empty cargo there. Okay, good. You're done. You are going to empty cargo? No, you empty cargo here now. Do that. And then that's stuck. And then this guy, you need to empty your cargo, but it doesn't exist anymore. Empty that cargo. Is that everybody? Is anyone wandering brainless? No, everyone's wandering very brainy. Okay, good. All right. All of them too low. Okay. Now we have even more problems. At least we solved that. Did we actually solve it? Wouldn't it be just like me to not actually put it on the right layer again? Oh man. All right. Next chores. We're getting through this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We can catch up to present day. Yeah, we should check and see if laboratory equipment's actually going. Answer: yes. Yes, it is. It's going quite well. It's not the proper design for that, though. I kind of got a little too antsy on this. This really should have been a full half of a city block. All right, so fish food. That's our problem now. And God, spoilage is such an intense problem. Okay, look what's happening here. We're not making any fish food. We're not making any fish food because this guy can't deliver. This guy can't deliver because all of his materials spoiled, and he's trying to deliver this and he can't. So that has to be non-blocking. Please skip ahead to this then. So there's just nothing going to happen here. But there's layers to this problem. All right, so now we're actually venting. But this has to actually be filtered on fish food. Like all these guys do. Or else it's going to get biocrud on the outbelt like it just did. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is This might be working again, but this is going to be endemic everywhere. Every single... okay, do you have it too? Yeah, you have it too. You just don't know it yet. So this has to be like that, and that has to be like that. Wait, the circuit condition should be at the end. This is just wrong. Whenever you get something that should spoil, you should go fetch it and deposit it immediately. You shouldn't ever do that right there. So you're stuck here, I think. Oh, and you don't even have a vent for biomass. I want unload items until caravan. Unload until caravan. I really should have rigged this up to be an empty cargo. This is wasting so much food. Flora, linen. All right, so this was just done incorrectly from beginning to end right here. I'll have to watch it. Luckily, we don't have a lot of demand for fish food like this. Okay. Let's say I've got that done. We're still not doing the hexafluoride problem. It's just not going to happen. So the Nextlit whale battery stuck. Wow, I just made that guy yesterday. How is that guy stuck now? I must have made a mistake. All right, you are trying to give away... I don't really know how that was possible. Unload until target. Unload to target. We get 32. Load until caravan. Load until caravan. Load until caravan. I don't know why this happened, but I do know we're out of chores now. And I'm not going to think about nothing no more. Yeah, just no thought. Thoughts are bad. Don't think, just do. All right, what I have to do right now is I want to make gastrocapacitor today. We're going to get through this. So gastrocapacitor, I've got everything I need except animal sample. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with that. Animal sample requires all this stuff and primers. An animal sample is going to have to be made right here because it spoils, right? Animal sample spoils in 1 hour, so that's not a lot, but I still have to take it into account. So we have to make plasmids, and plasmids are shelf stable, and they're used in lots of stuff. Glassware, lab instruments, and incubated petri dishes. It's the incubated petri dishes that are going to make this a problem. So we have lab instruments right here. I feel like I should be doing it. Oh, well, no, we have lab instruments here. I feel I should be doing it in this block. I should probably pave this, right? Okay, let's do it. Pave another 4. Being very lazy about this, aren't I? Okay, everybody, let's go. Let's just clear this out real fast. And then I will pave another 4 areas. Here, I can help. Monkey helps. Monkey helps by throwing grenades around. Monkey needs a band-aid now. Monkey doesn't care, like the flashy lights. Another thing that's been pointed out to me is I absolutely have to stop being so lazy about getting personal solar panels up. Like, I have all the pieces I need. I just have to go and do it. And, like, I am the problem here. That was nice. Nice little deletion wave there. Now we're back to this. All right, chase me, boys. I should run over to the substrate maker, right? Which is north of here. Okay. Not that far north. Right over here, take these logs. Here, logs for you, all you logs. Everyone gets logs. Logs. It's, what is it? It's beautiful, it's round, it's wood. I do know, however, that it's better than bad, it's good. I've forgotten it all. I've forgotten the ways of my ancestors. The bots will find me, right? They're going to be completely exhausted by the time they catch up, but they will find me eventually, right? This is a terrible betrayal of my most loyal servants. Give me that. It's probably too much. And then fill it up. That's probably not enough. Hey. Alright, we're just going to go with what we have. Then, see, if they would have just waited. I wish there was a way to command bots to just wait. Just stand still, guys. It'll be fine. God, this is wonderful. So glad I listened to the guy yelling at me about that. I listen so seldom. And sometimes it pays off. Okay, I wonder where my bots are. They're definitely crawling at this point. Completely out of power. Cursing the day that they were built. Right here? No, this way. Okay, awesome. I was hoping that they would get back to me before I finished with this. And then I would just have to pick them up. And somehow, in my brain, I determined that this was a net win for me somehow. It was a little more time efficient to do it this way. To just let them use up all of their power. I don't know. Oh. Big sad. Wish I had bots to help me with this problem. So primers is going to take up at least half of a city block, right? Okay, I'm going to have to go get my bots. I need those guys. And they're out there just sitting there crying. Why can't they take power from the other roboports? Alright, where'd they go? They're slowly trickling back. Alright. I will have mercy. I will come pick you up. Dad's here, don't worry. Grab them all. This unfortunately takes just forever. It should be instant to pick these guys up. This is much less than instant. Oops. Yeah, there's no one who's going to be able to do that, guy. You have exhausted every one of your bots. They're all crying. Please, Mama Roboport. Please give power. Alright, so right here. Alright, so we need to go we need to dress this block. We need to make primers. And you are going to be more of the old style. Yeah. Oh, they're back. How lovely. Alright, so primers. We determined... Here, pick them up again. We should probably go get buildings, probably. And then you are in... Not cDNA. You have to do all of this. No, it's not even primers. It's the other thing. It's, Is it? Plasmids. Sorry, I've been saying primers this entire time. Alright, this is made in... Biofact. And this is made in microorganism mine. Okay. So, biofacts and microorganism mines. Let's go. I wasn't expecting to do medical stuff quite yet. But, like, my plans mean nothing. Biofact, microorganism mine, logs, concrete. Thank you. Logs go right there, except I probably put down something I needed. And it got snagged and taken away. Great. I didn't need that grease table anyway. It's probably something I need to pay attention to. Not right now, though. Just not right now. It is a skill to be able to put problems aside and concentrate on what matters. All right, so we're going to want something like this, right? You're making plasmids, you're making incubated petri dishes. You put off 0.1 a second, you eat 0.25 a second. So this is the proper ratio right here. Okay, so how are we going to hook this up? Because obviously it's going to have a multi-cycle system in. What else do we need? We need to bring in glassware. So this is actually kind of unfortunate because we need a aerial outpost on this side. And we probably need one on this side as well for plasmids out, which leaves this, which doesn't actually work when you actually look at it because there's no via here and it's... So how do we do this situation? Maybe we do something a little different, right? Try this instead. And we use this as a unit, and then we have petri dishes cycling right there and right here, and then plasmids are cycling right there, and we have some room for logistic space. I mean, it's taking up a full half of this, but I mean, how can you complain about using space for its intended purpose? And so, like, this is our goal, kind of, sort of. Okay, let's build a unit then. All you get picked up. All right, so how is this going to work? So petri dishes and glassware will come out right here. So this has to go right there. And then petri dishes will go in a line like this, I suppose. Oh, I can't even get all the way across. Well, that's tragic right there. So we have to do something like this, which is fine but ugly. That's petri dishes in, right? That makes sense. This works, right? And then petri dishes, petri dishes. However, we have to make sure that the ones that get rejected, you are also going to be producing petri dishes. And so we have to have a line that goes this way as well. So something like this and this. And you have to be regulated to petri dishes. No. Petri dish. Like that. Okay, so this isn't going to be quite as compact as I hoped. But it should still work, right? All right, so the used ones come out right here and they come back. And then... oh, like that. And input priority from the other side, right? Then we make sure that it gets balanced if necessary. All right, this has potential. So the actual petri dishes come in on this line. And then they get put in here. And then obviously the incubated petri dishes go in like that. But how to deal with the petri dishes that are impure? I guess it should go... we should have two lines going this way. This is an interesting design. I wonder if this is actually going to work. So like that, and then like that. And then that's plasmids out. You should be plasmids. This is going to be really interesting to watch this go. And then right here, you are petri dishes. So like that. Okay. Here, I should call Zogna in. because I know I'm going to need it. Requester chest right there. Give me Zogna in enormous amounts. We're not connected? Really? Looks like we're connected. I feel as if there's a connection here. There. All better? No. So you're not connected either. That's weird. How far does the problem go? All right, that's definitely connected. So it looks like, yeah, okay, that's all right. All right, so that is in theory on its way. And this is in theory kind of working. I want to back this off a little bit, though. Oh, not like that. Well, not like any of this then. I want to build this more in the center so I could see it a little better. So, now we're doing this, only we are inverting it. So a big V. All right, so we have two, so we have a Petri dish return line here, a Petri dish return line here, and we also have a Petri dish waste line right here, which we'll have to deal with at some point. So if I take all of this now, and we have a plasmids outline, and I can tile it. I think maybe this is all I'm going to do. This produces 1 plasmid a second, which I guess I'm just going to have to be happy with. And that's all there is to it. I want to put this at a place where I could see. And that's going to be tough because visual clarity is hard to come by. All right, so does this make me happy? So what has to happen right here is these have to split. Right there. They find their way back. And now here we have actual output. Right here. And you can have a stack inserter. This is a really funky design. I like it. Not a lot of via space, so we should probably do something about that, right? Oh, but we can't. Yeah, we can. We have 1 space left. Oh, we can. Yes, we can. And then we can take it 1 more, right? And then we have plenty of via space. This is going to look a little awkward, but that's fine. Let's wire up Zogna. Yeah, I like this. Assuming that it works, which I'm absolutely not warranting in any way right now. But it probably works, right? Wait a second. We're not dealing with any of the other materials that need to get in, are we? Because you need... Okay, Petri dishes are one thing. You need the rest of this stuff. Okay, so we actually have a bit of a problem still. We have to get the rest of the materials in. We can definitely do that, I think. So that's in. We need a dual line of glassware and lab instruments. So we just have to adjust our pattern a little bit, right? You come all the way to the top. And then you come all the way to the top. And yeah, it's basically all we have to do. Because now we do this all the way over. And then this all the way over. And it just has to do one of these. What a weird design. Yeah. I kind of like it, though. It's funky. What do we do? What's the... Ew. Ew. Okay, so it might be cursed. It might be nice looking, but definitely also cursed. All right, so we are near the point where we can begin, right? We need petri dishes in quantity 1. Lab instruments will be right there. Glassware in quantity 1. So petri dishes, laboratory, and incubated petri dishes all in one quantity. So we want to get a whale out here. Here. Let's do this as per normal. And then that's going to be pulled in. Yeah, I see what has to happen. Okay, whale, come here. Let's speak of many things. Be hungry. And then I want you to go and get glassware, which we should put in the medical wing, but we didn't. Load items until it has glassware in quantity 3,000. Then go get petri dishes and load items in quantity 3,000. Then I want you to come here. And I want you to circuit condition, then unload. Circuit condition, comparator equals go. And then it's U in 3,000 and U in 3,000. And that is a complete whale. Here, have a little bit of gastrocapacitor. This is what I'm trying to make up here. I'm doing this all for you, you know. All right, off you go. And then this needs to be updated. All right, so good. Now what we have to do is take this right here and right there. Probably 2 of them, right? Probably don't need 2 of them. Probably doing it anyway, right? You are filtered by glassware, and you are filtered by petri dish. And you go straight in like that, right that. And that gets those 2 materials, and that material is right there. Now I have to just hook it up, right? Oh, this should be on the other side because of symmetry issues. All right, so bang, bang. I wonder if I should only put them on one side. That's an interesting idea. Let's try this and see if this leads us to joy. Or once again, I like how symmetrical this is. Look at this. Look how, yeah, this is kind of meant to be, isn't it? This was a good idea. Mostly, in part. All right, so are we ready? Are we actually ready to go here? Feels like we're ready. This is such a tight design. If this actually works, I'm going to be happy. But it involves a lot of reflux, and I'm not sure at all I'm doing this right. All right, I need a whale. What do you do? Oh, we're out of food. I'm doing this not a day too soon, huh? Gastrocapacitors. Yeah, he's almost full. We're using a lot of these things now. I really wish I could put prod on this. I really wish I could put prod on these too, because this is non-trivial in its ingredient list. All right, don't think about that. We're going to be thinking about that enough in a bit. Okay, so we have some time while the whales arrive. Let's go over this again, right? I might have to flip. I want them all to be on one side of the belt. That would take care of all concerns. Wait, don't they have to go back now? Wait a second. Wait a second. This is Petri dish in. Petri dish in. Petri dish in. Okay, yeah, and then Petri dish out. All right, and this gets used with priority. Okay, got it. Got it. And then Zogna is, of course, not cheap. This could be a turn right here. In fact, let's just do that, since apparently we have time. More efficient this way. I wonder if this is going to jam. I wonder if I have to do output priority. Like, I wonder if it's going to put too many on here and never be able to jam, to go up there. So maybe this has to happen. I'm very curious about this. Okay. Well, okay, where are you? Still coming north. We need this food. This delivery of rations must arrive. I'm going to keep the South Factory making gastrocapacitors too. Yeah, they're both going to go until the South Factory shutters to a stop and I never look at it again. I think we're already there because we're not making science anymore. Why? I don't know. Yeah, let's just watch the majestic flying space pickle. All right, Space Whale, I need you here. And, all right, and just dropped off, and the space pickles scatter, and, like, immediately we're still having problems. So, yeah, all right. This will come in time. He's on his way back. Then, so this isn't going to actually make one a second, even though each one is making 0.25, because these are always going to be slightly slow. Though I could prod this and try to balance them. That's almost certainly going to happen, right? Just not right now. Oh, I didn't leave any beacon space. That was pretty bad of me. I suppose I could shave off one right here. Yeah, there's no good beacon space here, but there's small beacon space. Here, if I take, oh, no. It's just trash. I'll have to move this up and use trash beacons. How about I do that right now? How about I do this right now? Try to have pity on myself later on. See, that breaks the symmetry, though. No, sorry. Aesthetics wins out. We don't need no beacons. All right, so we are incubating petri dishes. Oh, crap. It's not doing what I wanted. You're supposed to be laboratory instruments. Okay. And I haven't gotten those in yet because I'm not paying attention. Okay. Got it. So, problems exist. Understood. Well, I guess we're going to test the reflux system. Are we done? Do we have any more? I'm not picking up anymore. Okay, so where'd the glassware go? Did you not get glassware? Unload items until caravan. Ah, it happened again. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that trips me up so often. It's not what I want to see. All right, anyway, we got to go get some laboratory equipment, which we can do because it's right up there. So here, we want to do this. Probably not exactly like that. Probably like this instead. Why is laboratory equipment not being made is my real question. Then you come over here and we go on a little journey. And then right here, and we put you in like so, and we regulate you. Laboratory equipment, less than 100, turn on. All right, why do we have no lab equipment over here? What's going on? Chop chop. You should have everything. No. Oh, we're out of the bar, right? Yeah. We're out of the alloy because it was so far behind. Like it's just now filling up again because we're so far behind in our metallics too. All right, so don't pay attention to that. This will fix itself in time. What I really need right now is you to chill and you to go right there. And this will, the hands have priority over the dinosaurs anyway, so here, just remember to turn that guy back on, right? All right, so there we have glass. Oh, is it actually working? Oh, it's outputting. I was planning on it having... Oh, there's already... It's full up of Petri dishes. Okay, never mind. Let me just pick all this stuff up, just in case. All right, that stuff's going, though. Here, take everything. And you take everything. And you take everything. All right, so why aren't you going? You have nothing. Because you're not going. You're trying to get rid of Petri dishes and you can't. All right, this is actually a pretty big problem, right? Shouldn't... So it's trying to put it down, but there's something already there. Okay, so maybe this is not the structure I want. Maybe that does what I want. Honestly, that looks a lot better. So maybe we do this a couple times. No, but that's the input. We need that there. So now you're having problems for the exact same reason. No, you can't get rid of your plasmids for some reason. Okay, it is the exact same reason right here. Okay, so that design wasn't perfect by any means. You're working. This is probably going to jam. Probably, you know. I really want to see some of these spoil. See right there, it's spoiled and it's going around on the other side. So we want to shift these over, right? I think that's what we want to do. To make sure that they're always being used. And there's also expansiveness problems, right? But I don't think that's a huge issue with this particular group of items. Because there's no complexity here. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense at all? I want to... Okay, just stand here and collect. Hopefully I'm not making this worse. Petri dishes go back in. I'm trying to clean off one side of the belt. This is a really interesting little machine. Oh. Help me. I probably shouldn't have hit that energy drink. All right, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't have enough control of our body in order to do this. We'll have to check on this later, because I get the feeling that we have belt-sidedness issues, and we also have expansiveness issues. So this structure right here works for inputs, but it doesn't really work for outputs. Oh. Yeah, that was just, it was stopped as per normal. So I just want to call this a win, I guess. Plasmids. Okay, and we're not going to make it that fast. So Mr. Dinosaur right here. Fill cargo and be dinosaur hungry, and then also go and dunk it in the medical wing right there. These don't get made that fast. It's like what? 1/8 of a second or something like that? 0.8 seconds rather, because it doesn't always go. Like maybe one productivity module would do wonders right here. Maybe it needs to be speed moduled. Maybe I have to find a place to put beacons. Yeah, this probably... I like how this works. I like how this looks. I wish there was more beacon space. I have to think about that. I might need to just copy paste this below it and just share off that. Yeah, here, we're out of laboratory equipment right now. And we will be until such a time as this comes together again. This is filling up, but ever so slowly. All right, don't pay attention to it. Don't look at it. We have to make animal sample now. The animal sample happens up here. Because we have to plug this in. This is going to be another big dinosaur. Excuse me, got a cough. All right, well, that took longer than I thought. How are we doing this? You're made in a gene lab. I have no idea how I'm going to set this up. I do need personal logistics back on. Gene labs. I never touch those things. And they're slow, right? I seem to remember that. All right, Sue, you're definitely alien science, right? You're going to look like that. Probably not going to need 10. Almost certainly not going to need 10. All right, give me all this stuff. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We probably need another block of you. All right, let's go. See if we can make this work. So... we should also probably bring in all the dry ingredients for Gastrocapacitor right now, right? So we have all the wet. We should do this part right here. All right, so let's plan this out. So this is bringing in Gastrocapacitor bits. And then it's going to go into here and to there. And we'll make the... here, we'll just do the wet wall over there. So we have to get Gastrocapacitor out. And that has to be right over here somewhere. If I was in line, if I cared about such a thing, if I wasn't just spazzing out. In a good and just world, that's where that will go. But this doesn't look like we're going to live in that world because, the space. All right, so we have this space right here to make how many animal samples? Here, where are you, Gene Lab? Speak to me of the horrors that you know. Animal sample, right there. So obviously, this makes 0.2 a second. So what we want is 3 of these to 1 of those. Is this going to happen? Like, this is an issue, but it's not like a deadly issue. We can make it work. We can make it work. All right, and then we take the supply caravan right here. And we do something like this. Okay, that looks like it baseline works. And we can even shift it down a little bit. Now, you can, of course, see the problem, right? Everyone understands the problem with what we're looking at right here. And that is spoilage. all this stuff goes to jerky and BIOS crud, and it all has to get out. So can I just do the simple thing and take a line over here? Can I? Yes. Will I? Hell yes. And that's how it's going to get out. It's just going to be amazingly complicated. That's all. Just amazingly complicated. This is why we do these things close to the digestive system, so that we can share in the infrastructure. Like a little Shenzhen. All right, everybody back in the bus. All right, so if we just kind of look at this and we say in, and that will get you basically everything, right? Well, I should be piping plasmids up, but I don't think I want to. I think that's too much of a pain. I think I'll have the whale go fetch it. I don't want to have a plasmid line coming up all there. All right, so let's do the things we know we have to do. First, let's go get gastrocapacitor pieces. So we need NextLit battery. No, we don't need that. We're making that. So we need sugar. We need Zapir eggs. We need simple circuits. And we need stainless steel. All right, what's our number right here? Gonna definitely need to take notes. It's 10. NextLit batteries count as 10. Yeah, it only stacks to 10. All right, so, and then sugar is 100, you're 100, you're 200, you're 100. All right, so it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's at least a pretty nice number. So divide by 15, number 600. Do I believe? 600? All right, so we need 600 batteries, 600 sugar, 600 egg, 1200 simple circuit, and then 1200 stainless. I like how we're baking a cake. Fat, sugar, eggs. Yeah. All right. And so you're going to do like right here and right here. Okay. Okay. So get this all working. And you have to be less than like 3. No, less than 10. Sugar, egg, that, and that. All right, that sets that up. And now we need a whale to go shopping. Oh, we need more whales in general. Okay, you get to be whale hungry. And then you need to go get a whole lot of NextLit batteries, which I can't remember if or where I put somewhere. Yeah, they're right next to the nuclear sample for some reason. Why? It makes sense. Trust me, it does. I want you to go get NextLit batteries, which are right there. Load item until NextLit battery 600. Then you have to go get sugar, which is right there. Nice. Sugar 600. And we're going to leave the eggs. We're going to go get simple circuits now, which are right there. Simple circuit. And that's 1200. And then we need stainless, which is... Where do we stick stainless? Right there. Then load items until stainless 1200. Then lastly, we need eggs. That's over in the animal line. Right there. Load item. It looks like Zapir eggs have stopped because it's not full and I haven't been here in a long time. Actually, how long do those stack? Oh, to 100? Good. Okay, good. Why are we not fill all the way up? Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. So then you come right here, and then you wait for a circuit condition. And then, okay, I lost him. Come here, come here, come here. Then we need circuit condition is comparator equals go, followed by unload until target, unload until target, unload until target, unload until target, unload until target. So good. 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 All right. 600, 600, 600, 1200, 1200. You are a programmed whale. You are ready to go out and do your duty. All right. So now what's going on with Zapir eggs? Should this not be just going constantly? You're going. You need stone wool. That was creosote, right? Do we just not have enough stone wool on the belt? That's what this kind of implies. Okay. Don't ask questions, just double. Maybe there's going to be... Yes, it's being made, just not fast. We're making 0.26 a second times 6. So that's what? 1.5 a second? Then you're going to eat at 0.2, so we're definitely making enough. All right, this is done. And let's rig this up now. It's just going to be very simple, right? And grab and take it. Don't grab quite so much. Sloppy mouse work today. All right, so we need blood. Blood. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's proper place. Blood. Then we need fatty acids. Which is right here. Blood and fat and special blood. At least it's not asking for fetal serum. You know, baby blood. That's a sign that you're on the wrong team. Okay. Why isn't this hooked up? Because I didn't do the thing. All right, there. Our liquids are in. Our solids are coming in. Now what we have to do is worry about victory. And we have to get the gastrocapacitors down there. I suppose using this area is probably what we have to do, right? So it's going to be like so. And the belts touch. No, we're not going to do that. Instead, we will leap. That's better. And this is not great. Not like the worst, but not great. And there's issues with this. All right, we're just going to pretend this is okay. All right, we've established victory. I need to go get a couple more whales. There we go. So materials loaded in. All that's left is animal sample. So I need more whales. I'm going to have to start making whales up here really soon. Which means I'm going to have to drastically increase the number of animals we are taking to the happy retirement home. Yeah, this is not happening a moment too soon. We are using an increasing amount of gastrocapacitors just to keep the factory running. But good. It's good to be on top of things, right? All right, so next, go all the way back to the other side of the factory. as I jam myself into the water. All right, so fixing this / making it work. All right, so you got to do this. And then what's our number? Let's talk about our number. So these are all 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. So they're all equal. So our number is 5, 8, 11, 18, 19, 22, 23. How hideous. 23. So our number should probably just be a straight 300. Okay? It's going to be 300. So we're going to have to go and get right here, and then 1,500 bones, 900 brain, 900 guts, 2,100 meat, 300 lard, 900 skin, 300 plasmids. I don't know if we even have 300 plasmids. I might have to run materials around a little bit. Like, definitely not here. Are we making lab equipment again yet? No, because we're still waiting. And how's that going? Do I have to make another one of these? I mean, almost certainly. It's such an important alloy. We ran completely dry on this because of fuel issues, I think. Oh, I'm making super steel. That's nice. Why aren't we making more of this? Why not this? Whatever. Don't think about it too hard. Yeah, I need better smelters so badly. Anyway, don't think about any of this. So we're going to have the system set up, but it's not going to be running smoothly for a while. Yeah, you're allowed lab instruments. And you don't have any at all. We've burned them all. Every lab instrument we've made, we burned it right here. So, how do we address this issue? How many plasmids do we have? We have enough. Enough for a few runs. So let's have that just go. And let's start doing this then, right? Well, no, let's do the wiring first. So it'll go like this, and then into the bloodline. I think this is going to work out. I think this is a good idea. So blood is in, and blood's the easy bit. All right, you've got your blood. And so I don't want to do this quite yet, right? So now we do this. You just want a single. We do not wait for stack inserters when it comes to anything that spoils. So that's how... No. Getting ahead of myself. That's how animal sample gets out. And then animal sample can rot into plasmids. So right here we have to do plasmids. And this all has to be regulated. So this has to come down like so. And this has to always be put in, I suppose. Like always accepted. There's going to be room. There better be room. Well, it's reductive. It destroys room as it destroys creates a lot of space through the items that it destroys by its rotting. So that all makes a certain amount of sense, right? Except we don't have the space to do this here. Okay, don't worry, I'll fix it. Alright, so that looks sort of dumb, but I've done so much worse. This is going to block. This is absolutely going to block. So now we have to get waste products out from this entire thing, from this everywhere. So right there, you go there. So what I'll do is you are now waste products out right in the middle. And you go this way. And waste products are jerky and biocrud, right? All right. So jerky, biocrud. Man, spoilage just ups the cognitive threshold of all this stuff. And I want you to come just straight up, right? And then we also have to get out jerky and biocrud from here. So like that. And then we do the exact same thing here, right? So we take all of this, we bring it up, and we flip it for real, mind. There, it goes this way. And now we have a waste belt, a universal waste belt, which we have to smuggle over to the digestive system so it could take care of all this stuff. Okay. Wow, spoilage just ups the difficulty. Is this centered? Not even a little bit. Is that centered? Yeah, it looks... Man, what a complicated machine. And again, I'm not really leaving a lot of space for beacons right now. That's a problem. Okay, so stuff can spoil in this machine too. Got it. So grab this. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That's fine. I mean, okay, that's really unfortunate. That's not fine. And more to the point, we're not going to be able to do that right here, right? Because there's just no space. Yeah, this could have been planned so much better. There could have been a plan. Oh, we can't get it out at all. I really wish I could put the Nextlit battery one more down. Okay, so you have to be gastrocapacitor. Oh, and don't we have to go through a box? I think we do. All right, hold on. We're not even finished yet. Oh, where is my shed? This design is very much out of control, but it may be a learning experience. All right, so we have this box. There's our buffer box. That's what governs all of this entire infernal machine. And this is going to be ugly, and there's nothing I can do about it. Sorry, guys. Plasmids, come this way. Plasmids, take a flying leap. Plasmids, get out right there. Okay. I suppose that's not the right way to do it. No, it could have been better. No, we can do this symmetrically. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's still good. This doesn't happen right here. It happens right here. See? See? It's still good. Still good. And while not the most elegant belting I have done, that actually, okay, plasmids, we get rid of waste here, we get rid of waste here. Product comes out, liquids are in. I think we might be ready. I think we might be ready. All right, so we need to go get a dinosaur. We need a whale, a very special whale. And you have to be whale hungry. And then you have to come here. Just go get everything. You're just going to the wet market, right? No, first you're going to the medical wing. Load items until caravan has... Oh, I didn't get everything. Not ready. Excuse me. False start. False start. Why'd I do that? My life is struggle. I'm so on the struggle bus. All right, there we go. Complicated whale ready. You are to get plasmids in quantity 300. And then you go to the wet market. And it's time to start picking stuff up. I don't like seeing this almost being out. All right, so you start here, and I want you to fill items until cargo. You have lard in quantity 300. Great. And now you need skin, and I need you to load items until we have skin in quantity 900. This will also help me when I need to start making logi science. Brains are almost out. I've been donating them to the South Factory for so long. That's probably an issue. This guy's stuck, and I'm kind of glad he's stuck. Okay, we're gonna stop. You just stop for a bit. What was I doing? I was programming this guy. I want you to come to the brain area, load items until caravan has brains in quantity 900. That's a lot of brains. And then we're not done. We have to go to every stall. You want to get bones. Bones, please. 1,500. And then guts. And we have no meat. For real? Oh, we've processed it all into cyanic. That's going to be a struggle, isn't it? We want guts, because if it has to wait, it's going to be a problem. And then you have to come here and load items until caravan has. How do I keep messing that up? I need a lot of meat. And this is going to be an issue. So you're going to just be disabled for right now. I don't know. Are we still processing? Okay, delivery's on the way. We'll have to just get in line and wait, right? All right, and then you come here, and you do not wait. Instead, there's 7 of them. Unload until target, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, unload until target, circuit condition. You wait. You do this on the other end of things. And so it's bones, brains, guts, meats, lards, skin, and plasmids. Eating up a lot of gastrocapacitors in order to make gastrocapacitors. Don't worry, it's very much positive though. 900, 2100, 300, 900, 300. Okay, you are ready to go. I really hope you're ready to go. All right, off you go, Mr. Whale. I should probably worry about powering this now. I should probably have not done any of that because we have to do the other thing. We have to do this now. So we have bones. And we're going to do plasmids differently since it's the only one that doesn't rot. You will be 10. Everything else does that. Okay. I kind of think it should be less than 100 even. And all of these things have to be set up on spoiled first. Decay priority decayed first. Okay, good. And we're getting into the realm of being okay. And now we need to put in another decider. Okay, right there. And then another one. And we have to measure. So this will get G. But we need to get the state of this. So it's time for power, I suppose. And then this very complicated machine will spring to life and or reveal to the world the depths of my incompetence. It's one of the two, guaranteed, 100%. Right, wonderful. Fantastic. Like that. And what sort of picture have we drawn? Oh, this spider's special. Oh. All right, so what else? Oh, we have to get the information. All right, so green wire, just to show. Green wire in, green wire in, green wire in. All right, so you need an and. Gastro has to be less than, let's do just 10. No, it has to be less than 20. And then G is greater than or equal to 1. Then I want you to output G, 1. All right, and then U, don't do that. You do this. That's how G gets in now. So we have, all right, so this guy's stuck. I want this guy to just go deliver. And you need, you're going to just be in line, right? Like the meat's just all going into cyanic, so he's always going to be waiting in line. We're going to have to increase the amount of animals we're processing in order to keep this going. What's going on here? Oh, there's an issue. Okay, what's our issue? No native flora. No native flora. Why don't we have native flora? This guy is stuck. This guy is stuck because do I really just have to go and say we don't wait on anything here? Is this really how life has to be? I guess we start on this step right here and then try to rework that. So yeah, we're doing this at a comprehensively bad time. Okay. We'll fix it. It'll be fine. So we're not producing terribly many augs, so we're not getting the meat we need. In fact, this is probably mostly fish. Okay, that makes a little sense. It explains why the wet market wasn't going faster. All right, I need you to, just go and do all this. And then we have waste that gets on this line. Where does the waste get off the line? Don't we have a filter right here? Yes, and then it ends up in the system. All right. So this is going to take hours to stand itself back up. So do I force this dinosaur to just go faster? Some meat's coming in, and it is first in line. So just go like this, I suppose, with not enough meat, just to see it work. I mean, okay, that sounds good. I'll do that. I should have saved the meat from the cyanic cruncher, but that didn't work either. Luckily, we have lots of cyanic now. That's probably indicative of another sort of problem. Let's go take a look. Oh, we're finally full up on cobalt extract. That's good. So once this all filters out, you just kind of go. All right. Okay, it's coming along. We're going to watch this, and then the last thing we have to do is get rid of the waistline, which is going to take just a little belting. And this will be probably the end of the episode, probably. Shorter episode today, but we did one thing, but we did it well. It was really complicated. Working with spoilage is just... it's a problem. All right, you have to proceed from this. I knew you were going to get stuck. There you go, and you wait for circuit condition. And right now the circuit condition is not going because of we have material here to process. And it's going to hang out. It's going to hang out right here until it needs to go do another round. All right, we're making gastrocapacitor though. It's actually happening. All right, success. A really complicated machine right here. Why don't you have any of your materials? Oh, you need to be V'd. Wow. That was awkward. And so we should always be running so long as there are gastrocapacitors to be taken. But we also have to run when all these things are full. So this should only go with still more ands. We're not done yet. We can make this more robust. So we have to gather information from all these tanks. Then we have to take all this information back. It'll make it in eventually, don't worry. All right, so now we have to get you, and you. We're going to say these guys need to have at least 100,000. Greater than. So 100K. No, 10,000. What am I talking about? 10,000, 10,000. All right, so if it doesn't have either of these, it can't go and it won't request more material be brought. That, I think, makes sense. Okay, so something just happened. What triggered? We ran out of meat. Okay. We ran out of meat. It has to go. We have gastrocapacitors here. I'm not sure how efficiently we're making them at the moment. I really wish there was ways to do this faster. All right, I don't know what I believe in at the moment, but I do believe that this guy, whale, has to be hungry. Whale has to... There is a jam here in that it should be taking the food from here. You're doing a little differently because you're a food delivery dinosaur. You're a pickle of food. You come here and I want you to store food. And then I want you to add destination. You eat first because you're the deliverer. Then you... Okay, hold on. Stop. Then fill cargo. And then you take it over here and then you dunk right there. And then you empty that cargo. God, the fact they fly away from you is so annoying. Did I leave vias here? Kinda. Alright, so he's filled his food and he's trying to fill his cargo. And so each lap, I guess, brings 40 gastrocapacitors. Though, wait a second. I short-circuited on having not enough meat, so I shouldn't think about it like that. So we're just going to do this, and then we're going to observe the system a little bit, and then we're done. Man, what a complicated day. Gastrocapacitors are a problem. So this is a mixed jerky biocrud line that we have to bring over to the digestive system. And then once there, we have to sort it onto jerky-loving lines, which I think that is. Yeah, this is a jerky line right here. So we'll go right there. Just a big leap, please. And then this is kind of unfortunate, isn't it? So we have right here. Yeah. Output priority to the other side, biocrud. Yeah, so the jerky will, by necessity, come this way. This is a little tangle. This is a big tangle. This is a problem. And this just has to come straight over. And it gets on a biocrud line right here. They're all biocrud lines on this side. And then the crud will come down and flow through, right? Wait, are we too low to be on biocrud? Ooh. Does biocrud stop up here somewhere? Right here? Yeah. Yeah, biocrud's got to come way up. Ooh. That is an issue, isn't it? How to address this issue? So I have a biocrud line right here that we can tie into jerky. And I want to come all the way up because none of this stuff rots. Or if it rots into meat. So. How do I belt this elegantly? Keep you in line with this design. Because we have to go up a long way. I think maybe the answer is we don't. I think we just don't. We have to find another solution to this problem. Or put another biocrud thing at the end. That's another idea. Because this is the last time biocrud is going to flow south. This is a skin line, though. It could jam. So this is not how we want to do it. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. It's in my head. It's all in my head. Okay, like that. Like that. And I guess we have to just filter off the biocrud and give a attendant dinosaur. Right? So there, that's going to be a pure jerky line. And what I want to do is put a caravan outpost right here. And then right here, output to the right, biocrud. Great, right? And this works. And then this dinosaur. You have to be hungry. You have to be here. You have to fill cargo. And then you have to take that all the way up to waste biocrud. Okay, that possibly works. So we made 40 gastrocapacitors, which is just enough to feed the whale to take in the gastrocapacitors. Oh, there's a few more there. The system appears to be working. I kind of want this guy to just stop based on our current situation. You know? We don't need so much meat. Maybe I should just watch him. I don't know. Anyway, we gotta get Augs back up and going. So you're going, this isn't going. What's your problem? Can't get rid of jerky? What? What? So it rotted inside, and I have nothing to vent it. And you are trying to put speakers in, and this is waste, and waste has to also be jerky. Wait a second, why is it... So it should be jerky and lard. So all those up there need additional vents. Okay. Okay. Spoilage is really harsh. Spoilage vastly complicates everything. So we need to add another specialized outserter, right? Okay, so we have you. Then we have to do this, but you need to use filters, and you have to be jerky, and you have to be biocrud. Really, you can just use one that's just generic. Like, why is this guy... Shouldn't I just take this off, you know? You can take speakers out, you can take cages out. You can also take... Here, just no filters. You can also get rid of waste. Isn't this better? Isn't my problem right here I've been over-specific? Like, I choose to believe that's a solution. The jerky should end up in the whale, and the whale just fills up based on whatever. Just takes whatever's there every 3 minutes, right? So that will probably be a little better, question mark? Question mark? I'm improving the system, question mark? I know what I'm doing, question mark? So yeah, the jerky gets filtered out, and it will get tossed in the system, and it will be processed with the rest of the jerky, hopefully. And this guy just departed. All right, so how much meat did you have? It's like 1.2. You have no meats. You are meatless. So we need a whole nother delivery before this can actually work. Got a lot of brains for some reason. Feels like a lot of brains. And a whole lot of biocrud just arrived. Great. Fantastic. So you are filling up with meat. And you need a lot of it. And you need to just stop, I think. I don't think that thing needs to exist anymore. It's so very... Or it should be at least another caravan. A slow caravan. Even though I don't think it terribly matters. All right, the biocrud is making its way up and over and in and out. Oh, a lot of this stuff is rotting. All right, well, I think we are at end of episode, because I don't think I'm going to hang out and watch this cycle again. So, good job, maybe? This wasn't a fantastic day. I mean, from dealing with complexity, it was definitely a fantastic day. But from the point of view of making really solid progress, getting tons of intermediates done, yeah, no. I also had a ton of work to do. I also had to redo some of my work. And it's like, maybe I'm being a little harsh on myself here. What's our problem? Oh, we're full up. That's good to see. I have all the batteries I need. Maybe I should take a day and do personal solar panel. Maybe I should... Oh, science has started again. I was about to be... I'm like really worried about this, but then I look at it and it's great. Guess I'm not worried anymore, right? And so this should... We should definitely get more meat coming in. And there should definitely be more meat being created soon. Because I'm going to start slaughtering more things. Like fishes are being slaughtered, right? No, we're full up on fish oil, and that's the purpose of doing that. So, good. Eggs are being made, right? You're being made. You don't have any flora. Are we filtering off? Yeah, we're filtering off the... It's not happening super fast, though. We still have a flora problem. Do we have not enough on the belt? How is this? That you don't have... Oh, you can't get rid of the og pups? I'm confused about something. Where are the og pups if this isn't going? We should have 256 on the belt. Are you a problem? So there's a regulator somewhere around here for outserting og pups. See there, more just made onto the belt, and we're hovering around 250 on it. There's a lot of ogs on the belts though, so I shouldn't care quite so much. Because all of this is going, and that's the point. So maybe everything is fine. Yeah, even more ogs coming into the playground. Alright, let's just not care. Right? Strategic move, don't care. And this is going to have 2K, so we are going to cycle again. Once that guy arrives. Maybe I will watch it. Maybe I'm completely addicted. Here, let's go get ourselves back in City Center. And I will remember to save this time. Don't worry about that. And after recap, followed by I go do something useful with my life. Yeah, sounds right. And tomorrow we have to keep building the fancy roboports. Wow, we have a long way to go. Like, because we need roboport. We need to make you. And I think we are making you, right? Then we have to upgrade you. Do we make EVA? Oh, we have to make towers too. Like, this is the next project. And this is going to be laying out the beginnings of the heavy machinery arc. I suppose we don't need many of them. Maybe this is kind of the exception. Because towers are just used in beacons and turbines. Yeah. So maybe towers don't get made in the mechanical parts area. Maybe it doesn't have to happen, but this is a mess. I guess I just declare a block be tower land. I think I can fit. Yeah, I can do this. Oh, that's a good idea. But before I think about good ideas, you're almost done, right? No, not quite done. It's getting there slowly. All right, I'm glad to see this filling up again, and this should probably never be taken anymore. I'm probably going to need all of those brains. All of them and more. Anyway, are we done yet? Almost. We need to get to this point. And so it's half a belt, first off. It's not stacked, second off. Maybe loaders were a bad idea. Maybe I'd get more throughput without loaders and just stack inserters on both ends. Yeah, it's an idea. We'll look at it later on. Oh, he's moving. Okay, good. So this whale will arrive. We will watch this cycle. We will feel good about ourselves. Tomorrow we will make towers and roboports. And I have had a good idea on how to do both of those. Get meat in place. All that's going. Plasmids in place. That's what's going to run out. And now you are waiting to be told to go fetch more ingredients. All right, and gastrocapacitor is being churned out. Hopefully we don't run out of fetal serum. Hopefully I programmed this close to being correct. Yeah, we're going to run out of fetal serum real fast here. That means I have to go do silver making. So that's another thing that just is required for this to be a functioning high-level factory. I might need to copy-paste this because it's just so slow and there's no other way to get it. And it's used in so many important things. Like shaft Mark 1s. That's where I'm going to need so much more of it. And that's going to have to be done. Ugh, so much to do. Like, we're probably not even making that much right here. This isn't even 1 a second. All right, let's not think about that. That's a problem for another day. All right, it is time to do the recap. It's going to be a rather succinct one this time, I think, because I did not do many things today. The things I did do, I feel, were pretty complicated. And there's a lot of rescue work to be done. All right, like so. And now, screenshot. Okay. What did I do today? Firstly, and most importantly, I did a ton of chores. There were a ton of things broken here and there, reported by viewers, just found as I was stumbling around the factory, but I think I fixed a lot of them. Like, everything was broken up in animal husbandry. Spoilage was getting out of control absolutely everywhere. There was just a lot to do. We tweaked the flora sorter here, which, despite our best efforts, was not correct. Plutonium is probably broken. I didn't look at it once, but it's probably broken. And now, then I turn my attention just to first making plasmids and then making gastrocapacitor right here, which happened exactly when I need it because we're consuming more gastrocapacitors than the South Factory can provide. I'm not sure that we are making enough right here either, but this is at least a good start. So yeah, getting that all worked out and then unsticking all of the animal husbandry stuff, that took a lot of time. But it's done now, I think. We're going to be watching it. All right, I'm done now. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.